Welcome to Inside News. This is Jyoti. Let's get into the details. During a visit to several neighborhoods, LP, VP, WP and YP, Delhi Chief Minister Rekha Gupta expressed a deep concern over the deteriorating civic conditions. She described witnessing parks filled with the sewage water, broken infrastructure and a lack of basic amenities like grass, swings and footpaths, overgrown trees and dangerously hanging wires added to the hazards, while roads were riddled with potholes, making daily life difficult for residents. Gupta's remarks came during her Padyatras, where she directly engaged with citizens and surveyed the area's condition. Her administration has already launched initiatives to revamp water and sewage infrastructure, clean the Yamuna River and improve road connectivity and sanitation. The CM emphasized that these issues stem from years of neglect and vowed to prioritize visible systemic change in Delhi's urban landscape.
यहाँ पर उपस्थित मेरे सभी आदरणीय बंधु, मेरी सभी बहनें, मैं वर्षों से जब भी इस पैच में आती थी, एलपी, बीपी, डब्ल्यूपी, वाईपी, मुझे लगता था कि कितनी तकलीफों में आप लोग रह रहे हैं। यहाँ तक कि जब पदयात्रा करते थे, एक एक पार्क को देखते थे, सीवर के पानी से भरे हुए पार्क, टूटे बिखरे हुए पार्क, ना घास, ना झूले, ना फुटपाथ, पेड़ इतने बड़े बड़े कि पूछो मत। कहीं तारे झूल रही हैं तो कहीं सड़कों में गड्ढे। मैं लगातार ये सोचती थी, तब भी मुझे ये लगता था कि ईश्वर मुझे विधानसभा में पहुंचाए तो मैं अपने इस क्षेत्र में उन सारे कामों को कर पाऊं। और लगातार एक बार, दो बार चुनाव लड़े, पर थोड़े थोड़े वोटों से रह गए, तो वो इच्छा जो अपने इस क्षेत्र में काम करने की थी विधायक के रूप में, वो पूरी नहीं हो पाई। यहाँ पर उपस्थित मेरे सभी आदरणीय बंधु, मेरी सभी बहनें, मैं वर्षों से जब भी इस पैच में आती थी, एलपी, बीपी, डब्ल्यूपी, वाईपी, मुझे लगता था कि कितनी तकलीफों में आप लोग रह रहे हैं। यहाँ तक कि जब पदयात्रा करते थे, एक एक पार्क को देखते थे, सीवर के पानी से भरे हुए पार्क, टूटे बिखरे हुए पार्क, ना घास, ना झूले, ना फुटपाथ, पेड़ इतने बड़े बड़े कि पूछो मत।
On the 26th Kargil Vijay Divas, Uttar Pradesh Chief Minister Yogi Adityanath paid heartfelt tribute to the martyrs of the 1999 Kargil War during a solemn ceremony at the Shahid Smriti Vatika in Lucknow. Addressing veterans, families of fallen soldiers and citizens, he emphasized that the entire nation stands united in honoring the bravery and sacrifice of the Indian armed forces who defended Bharat Mata against Pakistan's aggression. The CM also met and felicitated the families of Kargil heroes, reaffirming that their courage and legacy will forever inspire generations.
कारगिल विजय दिवस के अवसर पर आयोजित भारत माता के उन महान सपूतों के सभी सम्मानित परिजन, पूर्व सैनिक, समाज के विभिन्न तबकों से जुड़े हुए सभी संभ्रांत नागरिकगण और उपस्थित बहन और भाइयों, पूरा देश भारत माता के महान सपूतों के शौर्य और पराक्रम के प्रतीक कारगिल विजय दिवस के अवसर पर अपने बहादुर सैनिकों के शौर्य और पराक्रम को सम्मान देते हुए उन्हें नमन कर रहा है। इस अवसर पर भारत माता के उन सभी बहादुर सपूतों को जिन्होंने मातृभूमि की एकता और अखंडता के लिए अपने आप को बलिदान किया, देश की रक्षा की, उसकी अखंडता को सुनिश्चित किया, उन सभी वीर सैनिकों के प्रति नमन करते हुए मैं प्रदेशवासियों की ओर से अपने सभी वीर बलिदानियों को विनम्र श्रद्धांजलि भी अर्पित करता हूं। आज जब हम यहां पे नगर निगम के द्वारा आयोजित इस कार्यक्रम का हिस्सा बन रहे हैं, हमारे लिए ये दोहरी खुशी का क्षण भी है। एक और कारगिल के उन योद्धाओं को उनके स्मरण करने का, उनकी स्मृतियों को जीवंत बनाए रखने के लिए उनके परिवारजनों को सम्मान देने का, और दूसरी तरफ लखनऊ नगर निगम को प्रधानमंत्री मोदी जी के स्वच्छता सर्वेक्षण में ऑल इंडिया रैंकिंग में तीसरा स्थान प्राप्त हुआ है, इसके लिए भी।
During his visit to Thoothukudi, Tamil Nadu, Prime Minister Narendra Modi was warmly welcomed by BJP leader and former Telangana Governor Tamilisai Soundararajan, who expressed a deep appreciation for the developmental push in the region. She stated, "Today we are very happy that our Prime Minister is coming to Thoothukudi and he is inaugurating rupees 4,300 crores welfare schemes." The visit marked the launch and foundation laying of multiple infrastructure and welfare projects aimed at accelerating growth across sectors like aviation, highways, energy and cultural heritage in southern Tamil Nadu. The occasion also highlighted the centre's commitment to fostering regional prosperity while strengthening its engagement with the Tamil people.
Today we are very happy that our Honorable Prime Minister is coming to Thoothukudi, and he is inaugurating 4,300 crores welfare schemes. As a person from southern part of Tamil Nadu, I am really very happy because the connectivity between the southmost part of Tamil Nadu and the rest of the country will be improved, because the rail connectivity, bus connectivity are more restricted there, more minimal there. But when the airport has been extended, it is really very happy. And I am Honorable Chief Minister has allotted 12 crores for desilting the Chola Ganga. Now the focus is after the visit of our Honorable Prime Minister. The Chola 1000 years back itself brought Ganga water to Kaveri, and now the same connectivity, our Honorable Prime Minister is regaining that connectivity. So the voices of separatist voices, Honorable Prime Minister used to tell, desilting the Gujarat lakes and rivers, he named as Jal Mandirs, and Rajaraja Chola named the lake.
BJP spokesperson C.R. Kesavan strongly criticized Congress leaders Rahul Gandhi and Priyanka Gandhi over their remarks on the special intensive revision of electoral rolls in Bihar. He accused them of spreading misinformation and claimed that the statements had been fact-checked and disproved by the Election Commission of India. Labeling Rahul Gandhi as a fake news peddler driven by political frustration, the SIR exercise has sparked intense political debate, with opposition parties alleging it targets marginalized voters and favors the ruling NDA. The BJP, however, maintains that the revision is lawful, transparent and necessary to ensure electoral integrity.
Mr. Rahul Gandhi's blatant bluffs and Srimati Priyanka Gandhi Vadra's fallacious falsehoods have been conclusively fact-checked and disproved by the Election Commission of India. Rahul Gandhi is politically bankrupt, and in frustration he has become a fake news peddler, and Rahul Gandhi's hypocrisy and lies have become very conspicuous. The manner in which Rahul Gandhi threatened and intimidated a constitutional institution like the Election Commission of India, and yesterday we saw how the opposition, and in particular Rahul Gandhi, ripping apart symbolically they say, ripping apart posters of the special intensive revision reminded you of Rahul Gandhi's arrogance when in 2013 he had tore a cabinet ordinance in public. Rahul Gandhi is the most inconsistent politician you have ever come across. On one hand, in Maharashtra, he baselessly alleged, there was illegal voters were being added, and now he says the exact opposite in Bihar again, without any, proof, saying that voters are being deleted. And now and the most conspicuous thing is in Telangana, when 22 lakh people were removed from the voter list, Rahul Gandhi kept quiet. Whenever Rahul Gandhi faces electoral defeats or imminent defeats, there is a standard below the belt tactics in the regressive toolkit of Rahul Gandhi, which is to malign and attack constitutional institutions and politicize them. We see before how Rahul Gandhi tried to defame the army by making false claims about compensation given to Agniveer Martyrs, and his bluff was called out. Later, he tried to politicize the judiciary in the Rafale matter, and Rahul Gandhi was forced to apologize to the Supreme Court in the Rafale matter. And recently, he lied about the Karnataka Lok Sabha election, and again, in the big embarrassment and the snub to Rahul Gandhi, the Election Commission completely, exposed him. And question is, if Rahul Gandhi had problems in the Karnataka Lok Sabha election, why did not even one losing Congress candidate file an appeal with the district magistrate or the state election commission? This proves how hollow and how false Rahul Gandhi's claims are. But the most important thing,
during his visit to Amravati, Maharashtra Chief Justice of India B.R. Gavai praised the state's judicial infrastructure, countering perceptions that Maharashtra is lagging behind. He emphasized that based on his travels across India, the infrastructure in Maharashtra is of very high quality. Gavai acknowledged the contributions of successive chief ministers Uddhav Thackeray, Eknath Shinde and Devendra Fadnavis for their consistent support in strengthening the judiciary by providing buildings and facilities for the Justice Department. He also cautioned against the tendency to constantly criticize others, urging a more constructive approach.
मी फक्त टीका करण्यावरती किंवा फक्त लोकांच्या चुका काढणं किंवा लोकांवरती टीका करणं हे काही मला योग्य वाटत नाही. आणि काही क्वार्टर्समधून मध्यंतरीच्या काळात असा आरोप झाला की महाराष्ट्र हे इन्फ्रास्ट्रक्चरच्या मागे खूप मागे आहे. आणि मी सांगू इच्छितो की मी पूर्ण आता मागच्या 6 वर्षात पूर्ण देशामध्ये फिरतो आहे. देशातल्या अनेक इमारतींचं उद्घाटन करण्याची संधी मिळाली, मग ते तामिळनाडू असो की आंध्र प्रदेश असो, तेलंगणा असो. परंतु मी अभिमानाने सांगू इच्छितो की महाराष्ट्रातलं जे ज्युडिशियल इन्फ्रास्ट्रक्चर आहे ते अतिशय उच्च दर्जाचं असं आहे. आणि मी पब्लिक वर्क्स डिपार्टमेंटचं प्रत्येक कार्यक्रमामध्ये नेहमी कौतुक करत असतो की एकेकाळी असं समजायचं की पब्लिक वर्क्स डिपार्टमेंटने जर बिल्डिंग बांधली तर प्रिझम्पशन वॉज दॅट द बिल्डिंग एका वर्षातच तिथं काहीतरी रिपेअर्स वगैरे चालू होती. परंतु आपण बघतो मागच्या कालखंडामध्ये मग ती अमरावतीची बिल्डिंग असो, अकोल्याची बिल्डिंग असो, कोल्हापूरची बिल्डिंग असो, मुंबईच्या माझगावची बिल्डिंग असो, नागपूरची नवीन इमारत असो. मागच्या 1-2 महिन्याच्या अगोदर आम्ही चंद्रपूरच्या नवीन इमारतीचं 5-6 महिन्या अगोदर उद्घाटन केलं. अतिशय सुंदर अशा इमारती पब्लिक वर्क्स डिपार्टमेंटनी उभ्या केलेल्या आहेत आणि कुठल्याही प्रायव्हेट बिल्डिंगसोबत त्या कॉम्पीट करतील अशा दर्जाचं इन्फ्रास्ट्रक्चर आपण महाराष्ट्रामध्ये उभं केलेलं आहे. महाराष्ट्र शासन, मग ते महाराष्ट्राचे सध्याचे मुख्यमंत्री असो देवेंद्रजी फडणवीस, याच्या अगोदरचे मुख्यमंत्री असो एकनाथजी शिंदे किंवा त्याच्या अगोदरचे मुख्यमंत्री असो उद्धव ठाकरेजी, हे ज्युडिशरीला इन्फ्रास्ट्रक्चर प्रोव्हाइड करण्याबाबत नेहमीच पॉझिटिव्ह असे राहिलेले आहेत. मी स्वतः वेळोवेळी इन्फ्रास्ट्रक्चर बरोबर माननीय मुख्यमंत्र्यांसोबत आणि सगळे आमचे जे कन्सर्न जजेस आहेत, मग ते नागपूरचे ॲडमिनिस्ट्रेटिव्ह जजेस असो, औरंगाबादचे जजेस असो, मुंबईचे असो, यांच्यासोबत रेग्युलरली रिव्ह्यू मिटिंग्स केल्या. आणि त्यावेळेला कुठल्याही बाबीवरती आडकाडे न घेता जे जे फंड्स लागतील ते महाराष्ट्र शासनाने ज्युडिशियल इन्फ्रास्ट्रक्चर करता.
Ahead of Ganeshotsav 2025, Konkan Railway has rolled out a special car-on-train service designed to help pilgrims travel comfortably with their vehicles to the Konkan region of Maharashtra. Speaking from Mumbai, Railway Manager Santosh Kumar Jha explained that the initiative responds to long-standing demand and aims to make the festive journey smoother, especially given the poor condition of the Mumbai-Goa highway. Using the roll-on, roll-off, Ro-Ro system, passengers can book their cars on the train from Kolar to Varna, covering the distance in about 12 hours. The service costs Rs 7,875 per car with up to 3 passengers allowed, 2 in the AC coach for Rs 935 each and 1 in the SLR coach for Rs 190. Travellers must report at least 3 hours before departure. With over 25 to 30 lakh pilgrims expected to visit the Raigad, Ratnagiri and Sindhudurg districts, this offering is poised to be a game changer. Bookings are open from July 21 to August 13 and the first departure is scheduled for August 23. Jha reaffirmed that Ganeshotsav is the biggest festival in the Konkan region and the railway's efforts reflect their commitment to the people's needs.
गणेश उत्सव महाराष्ट्र में कोंकण क्षेत्र में पूरे साल का सबसे बड़ा उत्सव होता है। तो हमने अपने यात्रियों के लिए एक योजना बनाई है, जो कि बहुत दिनों से मांग थी कि गणेश उत्सव के दौरान तमाम लोग अपने गांव जाते हैं, वहां उत्सव मनाते हैं और वो अपनी कार भी साथ में लेकर जाना चाहते हैं। तो इस बार एक ये सेवा रो-रो की, जिसपे कि वो अपनी कार भी ले जा पाएंगे और स्वयं भी यात्रा कर पाएंगे, ऐसी सुविधा हमने की है। एक मिनी रो-रो कार सर्विस होगी। इसमें 20 वैगन की एक गाड़ी बनेगी जिसमें 40 कारें जा सकेंगी और उसमें एक 3rd AC का कोच और एक 2nd क्लास का कोच भी हम लगा रहे हैं, ताकि जिनकी कारें हैं वो लोग इस पर यात्रा भी कर सकें। उस कोच में उनके लिए लिनन की और केटरिंग की भी व्यवस्था होगी। सिर्फ 12 घंटे में हमारे स्टेशन कोलाड से वरना, जो कि गोवा में है, वहाँ पर पहुँच पाएंगे। यहाँ से पहली सेवा 23 अगस्त को शुरू होगी शाम 5 बजे और वो अगले दिन सवेरे 5 बजे वरना यार्ड में पहुँचेगी गोवा में, और वहाँ से जो सेवा होगी गोवा से, वो वहाँ 5 बजे चलेगी और सवेरे 5 बजे यहाँ कोलाड पहुँच जाएगी। तो ऐसे अल्टरनेट डे पर 23 अगस्त से लेकर के 11 सितंबर तक ये सर्विसेज होंगी। यहाँ से पहली सर्विस 23 अगस्त की है और गोवा से आखिरी सर्विस 11 सितंबर की होगी। तो हर अल्टरनेट डे पे पूरे गणेश उत्सव के दौरान अप एंड डाउन डायरेक्शन में ये मिनी रो-रो कार सेवा प्रदान की जाएगी। इसका जो रेट रखा गया है कार को कैरी करने का, वो बहुत ही कम रखा गया है। 7,875 रुपये में आप अपनी किसी भी प्रकार की कार को इसको ट्रांसपोर्ट कर पाएंगे। अगर आप 3rd AC में ट्रैवल करते हैं तो आपको 935 रुपये का टिकट लगेगा प्रति व्यक्ति। 2nd क्लास में जाते हैं तो 195 रुपये का टिकट होगा। और इसका रजिस्ट्रेशन 21 जुलाई से हम शुरू कर चुके हैं। 13 अगस्त को ये रजिस्ट्रेशन बंद होगा। इस रजिस्ट्रेशन के लिए किसी भी यात्री को सुविधा है, 4,000 रुपये का रजिस्ट्रेशन फ़ीस है और जो कि आपकी फ्रेट में बाद में एडजस्ट कर दिया जाएगा। और ये कोंकण रेलवे के द्वारा इस प्रकार की पहली ऐसी सेवा है जो कार रो-रो सर्विस के नाम से हम आरंभ कर रहे हैं। हमारी कुछ बुकिंग शुरू हुई है और मैं आपके चैनल के माध्यम से सभी हमारे सम्मानित यात्रियों से अपील करता हूं कि इस सेवा का लाभ उठाएं, इस सुविधा को अवेल करें और पूरे गणेश उत्सव के दौरान बिना किसी परेशानी के अपनी कार के साथ इस ट्रेन में यात्रा करें।
Pune, Maharashtra Deputy Chief Minister Ajit Pawar conducted an early morning inspection of the Hinjwadi IT Park and nearby areas including Man and Marunji. During the visit, Pawar reviewed unauthorized constructions and encroachments over drains, expressing concern over their impact on urban planning and drainage infrastructure. Officials accompanied him on site as he directed immediate corrective measures to prevent flooding and ensure planned development in the rapidly growing tech corridor.
फॉरेस्टच्या संदर्भातले वेगळ्या गाईडलाईन त्याच्यावर आम्हाला बटावला होता आम्ही त्यांना पर्यायी पण जागा द्यायला नमस्ते पावसाने आपलं स्वागत नमस्कार काय झालं अमेरिकेत सगळे खुशाल आहेत का
Agartala Tripura Chief Minister Manik Saha expressed confidence in the rapid growth of tourism in Tripura, stating that the state is on its way to becoming a premier tourist destination. In the coming years, speaking to the media, Saha said within 2 years, you will see how tourism in Tripura has developed and continues to grow. I speak with our tourism minister every day and he always says that in the future, people will see the transformation of Tripura. He credited Prime Minister Narendra Modi for consistently pushing the agenda of promoting world-class tourist destinations across India. Thanks to PM Modi, people across the globe will come to know that there is a premier tourist center in Tripura, a place they will be eager to visit, Saha added. The state government is focusing on infrastructure upgrades and promotional strategies to attract both domestic and international tourists.
Within 2 years, you will find how this tourism have developed, is going to be developed. You will see in future. Every day I talk to our honorable tourism minister, and he will always says that you will see the pictures of Tripura in future. And because of our honorable Prime Minister Sri Narendra Modi ji, he always says that you have to find out a particular place of tourism, and it should be at the standard of the world class. So people across the world will come to know that there is one tourist center in Tripura or particular state, and they always will urge to come to that state. So here also we are trying to make this kind of world-class tourism center, and already I have mentioned in my speech that 51 Shakti Peeth we are going to start it, and already the work already have started. So in future, near to this Udaipur in Bandwar, so that would be not Bandwar, it would be a Sargadwar. So I am sure in every aspect our tourism departments are trying their best to build up so many tourism spots. You know, we have religious tourism, we have ecotourism, and others tourism also. You know, this ancestral, this kings families, royal families, the structures we have. So that also we have developed.
Jalwar Rajasthan Ram Dayal, a relative of one of the students who died in the school building collapse in Piplodi village, expressed anguish over the lack of action following the tragic incident. Speaking to reporters, he said no investigation has been done so far. We want our demands to be met. We want a job for a family member. Recalling the moment of the tragedy, he added, the incident happened at 7:40 a.m. when the roof of the school collapsed and 32 students were trapped in the debris. The grieving families have called for justice, compensation and accountability as the village continues to mourn the loss of young lives. Thoothukudi, Tamil Nadu, the 43rd annual festival of Our Lady of Snows commenced with great devotion and grandeur in Thoothukudi on Friday. The celebrations began with the ceremonial flag hosting, followed by the coronation of Mother Mary at the Basilica at noon. The 11-day festival, a significant event for the local Christian community, draws thousands of devotees each year. The celebrations will conclude on August 5 with a grand car procession of the deity through the streets of Thoothukudi. The centuries-old tradition continues to reflect the region's rich cultural and spiritual heritage. Hyderabad, Telangana ISRO Chairman and Secretary Department of Space Dr. V. Narayanan announced that the NISAR NASA ISRO Synthetic Aperture Radar mission is scheduled for launch on July 30. Speaking about the significant upcoming collaboration, Dr. Narayanan said on the 30th July we are going to have the NISAR mission. The satellite will be placed in orbit by an Indian rocket. The NISAR mission, a joint venture between NASA and ISRO, aims to provide high-resolution data for Earth observation, including natural disasters, ecosystem disturbances, and climate change monitoring. The launch marks a major milestone in Indo-US space cooperation.
Mission on 30th. On 30th, we are going to have the NISR mission. NASA ISRO Synthetic Aperture Radar satellite will be placed in orbit successfully by Indian rocket, the GSLV F-16 rocket. Samudrayan is a work done, responsibilities with Air Science Department. We have got a small role of realizing the personal sphere. Mission on 30th. On 30th, we are going to have the NISR mission. NASA ISRO Synthetic Aperture Radar satellite will be.
Ras Kargil on Kargil Vijay Divas 2025 Union Minister Manshukh Mandavya and Union Minister of State for Defence Sanjay Seth participated in a Padyatra to pay homage to the brave army personnel who sacrificed their lives during the 1999 Kargil war. The event saw enthusiastic participation from students and local residents who joined the ministers in honoring the valor of sacrifice of the soldiers who defended the nation in the toughest terrains.
भारत माता की वंदे 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 भारत माता की जय और वंदे मातरम की भारत माता की वंदे 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 वंदे.
That's the wrap of the Inside News. For more updates, stay tuned to CVR News English.